There we go. And now it's live. Okay. All right, people. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I had a friend of mine on the line, and we were going to do a live, and I was actually crazy enough to think I might could get it through the same device, a phone call, and do live. And I thought maybe I could tether it to another device and just record, and I didn't have enough card on that one. So what I have right now is a part of a video that just cut off. But I'll tell you, the point of it was so powerful, I may actually let that up as a video too, just a piece of a video, because I was talking to another driver about the black smoke shutdown. Some people are calling it black smoke. Some people are calling it black smoke matters. You can Google either one of them. But it's about truckers standing up for our rights to get paid a proper wage and to not be overregulated. Now, a lot of us drivers have already pretty much rolled over and took whatever they stomped on us with, and we have allowed them to put the computer logs in our trucks, and we've allowed them to pay us basically shitty pay for freight rates. The brokers are making money, everybody's making money, but it's making it so difficult for a truck driver that if you're not your own mechanic, like I've tried to teach people how to do. What's up, JD? I'm glad you're here. JD says howdy. Basically, if you don't know how to work on your truck, you'll go broke real quick. And even then, it's not even the living that we used to make. These are his words. Now, this is the kid I'm talking about. Kid. Everybody knows Kid. He's kind of internet famous. He's got a show truck that he's drove around, and they've done rolling rig interviews with him and stuff. Let's see. Horsefly 22, sup player? I hear you, Horsefly. Oh, I got a fly swatter. Horsefly, if you get out of hand today, this time, I got a fly swatter. No, anyway, so Horsefly, you're all right. So here's what we got going on. Like I said, he was telling me he's pretty well known on the internet for, they did CB rolling interviews. He put LL, I be quiet. No, you ain't gotta be quiet at all. Don't be quiet. Make all the comments you want to, but so here's the thing. You know, he's been in the CB, you know, rolling rig interviews and stuff because he's got a show truck, and you know, he's trying to make a living and try to feed a family and stuff, and he's along with another thousands of other drivers that have already set up places on Facebook that you can check it out. Let's see, JD put, you had the bunk heater problem, right, Horsefly? Yeah, he was the bunk heater. We got him straightened out, I believe. So I've gotten mine straightened out so that when I got my DPF and all, I went and got the computer straight so that now I can opti-idle. So I'm happy enough with that. But I will get on top of my bunk heater if I have to take it out myself and throw it outside and work on it. And he put, Horsefly put, indeed. Yeah, he's had them bunk heater problems. So, anyway, he can idle now. He's good now. So the thing is, we have truckers that are out there that are fixing to come under, and they tried to put regulations on them that are hauling cattle and that are hauling pigs. You gotta understand, cattle have to stay in transit or it's actually cruelty to animals because they're standing up the whole time. And if they get down, you gotta hit them with the cattle prod to make them stand up because it's bad for their stomach. They could crush themselves under their own weight in that truck, bouncing up and down. You gotta keep them warm in the winter. And you got, you know, all this other stuff. They got side covers and stuff, but they still gotta get air. Pigs will get too hot in transit and they can't sweat. Whether you know it or not, before you have a barbecue sandwich, when it's a pig, that pig can't sweat. They don't have the ability, they don't have the glands. So if you get stuck in a backup in your pig hauler, you got to call the fire department and they got to come down and hose them down. Okay, no lie. So you cannot keep animals in transit. Also, you know, the freight rates being low and being, they're saying sometimes, well, freight's kind of slow right now and all this mess is hurting the driver. Wow, didn't know about animal transportation. Cool. Yeah, that's the truth. That's just from me being around it for so many years, but I have not personally hauled cattle. I just know people who have. And cattle haulers park next to reefer units, park next to flatbeds, park, you know, we all work on each other's trucks and we talk and we educate each other. So what's going on though is the freight rates have been kind of tight, and from even compared to the cost of living, the American trucker has not had a wage increase. You know, we're talking 30 years. Our money's gone down. We make less than we used to. Yes, the equipment's nicer, but it's also more expensive to work on and lots of sensors that break. And we're having to run all the time, and they think that they got to keep you out 2 and 3 weeks and that's your job. That's unacceptable. You ought to be able to make a living and enjoy driving a truck. You ought to be able to be home as much as you want and make as much money as you want. And there's people who out there who are independents who are making $4 and $5 a mile a load, and they're trying to still keep that. And the bigger companies are trying to squeeze out the little man in the same way that bigger box stores try to squeeze out the little man. Then they'll leave town and then there's no jobs in that town. So you can ruin a town, but you can also ruin trucking. They're trying to ruin it, but they're ruining it for the drivers. There's a lot of people who are standing up and who are not taking it, okay? And they already drove up to Washington, okay? I'll give you a date on that one. I wrote that down. The kid gave me this information. I wanted to interview him. I'm gonna do that interview that I already did part of and I ran out of memory. I'm gonna put it up just cause even where he got to was good stuff. But I'm going to interview him, a full interview within the next couple days, and put it up. JD put, I remember that. Yeah, so January 20th, whether you heard it on your channel dial up to 72, you know, if you still have that old kind of a television, on January 20th, you won't see it on the news on any of those channels, but on January 20th, a lot of truck drivers went to Washington to stand up for us, okay? It's called Black Smoke or Black Smoke Matters. You can look it up on Google, you can look it on Facebook or whatever. Some of them don't even have smartphones. Some of them's got flip phones and they're talking on the CB radio and communique. They're all in communique. They've all got it down, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in this country, whether you are a part of it or whether you like it or agree with it or what you think about it. They're standing up for our rights. He might be one of them right there in that sharp beat. You never know. It could be anybody. But you look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is real. On April the 12th, don't get it twisted, 4/12/19 this year, in April on the 12th, there will be a trucker shutdown like you've not seen before. They're talking about shutting it down. And I mean shutting down the interstate, shutting down everything. So listen to me when I tell you this, okay? JD put good. Yeah, they've got it pretty well figured out, because all it takes is, honestly, if 4 hours, if every truck driver out here shut down for 4 hours just where they're sitting and said, we're gonna shut down for 4 hours, 4 hours of no trucks would put all the freight in the United States. It would take 2 weeks to catch that back up. It'd be 2 weeks behind. They couldn't catch it up. So that would have to raise the price of the rate per mile. Fuel has always been an issue. It's always been where, you know, look, you can make gasoline. Used to be, for a long time, people were buying diesel cars. It was in fashion because it was cheaper to buy diesel and it didn't go bad. So you can have an old Mercedes diesel car and you can be paying a lot less per gallon. But they stuck it on the back of the trucker. They stuck it on us. They used to pour that stuff in ditches at the refinery. It used to be the waste that was left over. And then they figured out, after they invented the diesel engine by Mr. Diesel, that something that was supposed to run off of peanut oil, they made it into a diesel engine. They took that waste that was put in ditches around the refineries, they refined it another step and made it to the consistency of peanut oil, put a cetane to it, ignition by compression, and bam, we're paying for their garbage that they had around the fuel, around the refineries. So then they could double and triple charge, but they're charging us more for the garbage left over than they are for the gas. It has been a ripoff, and they know we have to pay it because we got to run. There's people that's standing up for us, and they're going to have a shutdown. And the name of it, like I said, is Black Smoke, or Black Smoke Matters. You can check it out. You can be for it, you can be against it, but it's going down. That's it. I'm just bringing you the word, and I'm speaking on it. And so, like I said, it's for all truck drivers, not just owner-operators, but it's for owner-operators that's tired of getting ripped off. Where, you know, people used to have, like Kid told me this specifically, and I wrote this down. He said, people used to have a passion for their job. He said, now there's no pride and no respect. And we should get more for what we're doing and be comfortable and have a comfortable living. Be able to take vacation time. I am very smart. Put some type of a comment that I can't read on this device. I think it's a smiley face sideways, like a kite. So it's going to go down, and they're talking about shutting down. They're talking about shutting down interstates, people. Okay? So you heard it from me. Oh yeah, in April, that whether you're a part of the shutdown or not, you may not be able to even haul freight. Okay? So you can beat me up all you want about it in the comments. I'll just be the first one to talk about it. No worries. Doesn't bother me none. And then when it comes to fruition, you say, hey, whoa, he was right. Well, hell yeah, I was right. You know. What happens when the brokers drive them freight rates back up and nobody wants to shut down because rates up? Well, you know, it's cause and effect. I'll let you tell me what's going to happen. Same as what's happened till now. Only what's happening now is, like I said, you won't hear about it in the news, but they already drove up to Washington, a bunch of owner-operators. Okay? And they have already planned this for April. They'll do another one. And then they'll do another one. And then they'll do another one. Like he said in the video, like I said, it got cut off. It's a piece of a video is what it is. But I'm going to put it up right after this. He said, just like teachers go on strike to get better wages, he said, we're no different than that. And he says, yeah, you'll have to, you know, be out for a while and be out of work. He says, but basically, you got to do it that one time, and then they'll get the point, and that'll fix it. So, regardless of whether you like this or not, I'm bringing you info about what's going to happen in April. You can Google it. You can check it out. You can vet it. Go to Facebook. You can check it out on there. Like I said, they don't even need Facebook. They've got CB radios. You can get a transmission going from east to west, all the way to from the east coast to the west coast, or west coast back. If it's important enough, we can get word out. And you would think they were talking on ham, and they're just on CB radio with the skip. We can relay traffic info. I reach out maybe a mile and a half. Another guy reaches out a mile and a half, and it'll be down the line. They're putting the word out. It's been plastered all over truck stop walls. That's what this guy just put that comment. Horsefly 22. It's been plastered all over truck stop walls. They're putting the word out. You know, and so I figured I'd let you know that you may see a difference in traffic patterns and what's going on. They're talking about that in Texas, they've got that covered with something else because they're saying there's a rolling roadblock kind of thing that they're going to do there, I guess, or whatever, or they already got it or whatever. They're talking about, you know, I-70, I-80, I-20, I-40, all of them, east to west. You're going to see a change. And it's going to be on that date. And there it is. So I'm putting it out there. If y'all want to talk about it, I'm going to light up a cigar. And I'll be getting going in a minute. You've been told. You've been told. A group calling itself Black Smoke Matters is trying to organize a shutdown of truckers on April 12th, 19 to protest a variety of conditions affecting drivers. That's what JD put, including hours of service and training levels. Yep, that's the one I'm talking about. So later, when I get time, because I work for a living, people, I will put up links to this video. In the meantime, I'm gonna drop this. I'll put up that part of that interview from the kid, and then I'll replace it with a full interview when I get more memory, and then if it goes through, and then I will delete that one and put up a full video. Specifically, the group has laid out the following platform for the protest: HOS reform that makes sense for all. Yeah, what would make sense is put truck drivers over hours of service. Give a truck driver a job over who's got control over hours of service. That would make sense, not some person that somebody knows. Training safety centers for all drivers. Yeah. Parking availability, shippers, receivers taking too long during unloading. Yeah. Keep it coming, JD. I'm just reading it off. Yeah, I've got a 4-step plan to build a better parking situation for every state around every major city. The 4-point plan: north, south, east, and west. Somebody that's in charge of something in Washington, if you get this, build a 150 to 200 parking spot structure similar to the video that I put on there, my 4-point plan part 1 up in Ohio. You don't have to have a big atrium, full-on atrium or something, but just a place to park. You can have coffee in there, it'll create jobs, all that stuff. JD put FMCSA standard in regulations inspection. They need to be on the same level across the board, no more self-interpretations. Yeah, also it's about the speed limit too. They need to put everybody that can at least do the speed limit, so it's not other trucks holding up other trucks. That's what they put on there too. But so 70 would be a nationwide number to make the truckers do that. Abolish the 70 and the 30 and let us be able to stop that 14-hour clock. Yeah. Driver's voice for all future regulations proposals. There needs to be involvement from drivers before making new regulations. There don't need to be no damn more regulations. They need to cut a few back. It needs to be like Trump when he went into the White House. He says, there's a law now in effect that if you have, for any new regulation, you got to get rid of 7 other regulations. What they need to do is have common sense and put a truck driver that used to haul cattle or any kind of livestock and make him the head of the FMCSA. I don't care if somebody is somebody's daughter or somebody's friend or wife that they put in that position or whatever. Listen, you got to have sense about it. A leader needs to be able to lead. If you can't, then you can follow or get the hell out the way. That's the truth. So someone needs to be in charge that knows how to lead. Leadership is a skill that oftentimes you have to learn through training and through moving up through the ranks. That is all there is to it. You can only gain respect from people who follow you if they have seen you or known you to have the same job. And hey, I'm not running for this. Don't go saying trucking stuff. I'm not the guy. I'm going to continue to be a trucker. You want to put somebody up there, put the kid up there. Put somebody who's got some sense up there about all this and that's involved in it more than I am. I'm just telling you the truth about it, and I can be a voice for a truck driver. Official website is truckersstandalone.com. TRUCKERSSTANDALO. Wait. Stand as one. I'm sorry. As one. You're right, JD. I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Look, man, I've got a small screen here. Official website is truckersstandasone.com. I don't know why I said alone. Stand as one. So truckers, TRUCKERS, stand, STAND, okay, so there's 2 S's in there, AS as ONE1.com. So it's one long word, truckersstandasone.com. And JD put as one and put LOL. All right, beat me up if you want to, laugh at me, but look, I'm just trying to bring it to you. Hey, look, and you're fine then. I'll tell you, like I said, it takes a leader, and leadership skills have to be recognized, and if they are continually making it more difficult for the truck driver That's not a leader. That's a puppet for somebody else's agenda. If you're not looking out for the best interest of the American trucker, you are not someone who should be leading anything to do with regulations towards that American trucker. So, you know, and that's not opinion, that's just fact. That's the truth. It ain't right, it ain't true, it ain't proper what they've been doing to us for years, and there's people who are standing up. So yeah, some of us already have a computer log in our truck. That's the company we sign up for. The truth is though, for companies to cut our rates so much, and then they're even talking about that propaganda crap about making automated trucks and trying to say that drivers should be making $7 an hour. Let them make $7 damn an hour. Let them be gone from their house and everybody they care about and anybody they know and not be able to come home for 2 weeks to try to make a check. Or 3 weeks, you know, and go nationwide and sleep in a doghouse. You know, they are making YouTube videos too. JD, tell you what, when I'm done with this, JD put they have a goals page and they are making YouTube videos too. Fine, JD. When we're done on this live, after I make it live, anybody wants to copy and paste this video and put it over there, tell them I'm helping them out too. You know, I support people that support me and they're trying to help us all out. And they're fighting for what's right. Just because I can't fight for what's right, because I'm working right now, does not mean that I can't support someone who is. You know, it's just like you can't always go to Washington. Doesn't mean you can't support them and their effort and say it's noble. It's a noble effort. They're standing up. Make TP and truck stops great again. Yeah. So, this is going to be a short live. I'll be getting off of here. I just wanted to put this word out. Let's see. The guy's name is Charles Claiborne. He is doing all this. No, let me tell you something, JD. The guy's name is also Every Trucker Ever. You know what I mean? Because look, it's hard. If you don't think it's hard, I might make it look easy because I'm good at mechanical, or I'm, you know, having a cigar or having a good time when I'm doing a video. Let me tell you something. This is no living for a pansy. You know, there are a bunch. NVM, the videos page is long. Yeah. I'll tell you. And there's a lot of owner operators, and you can't just rely. I mean, OIDA is good. They've got lawyers that go up there and fight for stuff, but they're not going to fight every fight. And this is not their fight. This is our fight. You know, they stop laws from being written that are against the trucker, that are BS. But the truth is, this is our fight, and we have our drivers, our people that are talking about shutting down to affect the rates, to tell them, hey, look, we have a lot more power than you think, and that we're not going to take this sitting down. So I applaud them for their efforts, and I'll give y'all some advice too. There was an old man a long time ago told me, long time ago, that back when they had, I want to say it was when Carter had the fuel thing, he said he was driving down the road and somebody shot at his truck because he was breaking the boycott. You know, when the truckers were in the shutdown, he was breaking the shutdown. He says he quit driving after that. He said went and delivered that load, he went straight home. Bobtail, not even trying to work. You'll see a lot of bobtails on the interstate too. So yeah, they could get crazy enough to do something like that too. Not advocating any type of violence, not telling you it's good or bad or otherwise. I'm telling you the reality of the situation is that's what happened then. You might kind of keep an eye out for, you know, if you're gonna still run, you might want to watch your equipment, watch your ass. That's just truth from a trucker to another. Now, can I plan for it and will I try? I'm gonna, yeah, for my own safety and for reasons that, you know, I'm smart enough to see what's going on. Will it affect you if you're on the road? Likely. Okay. Will it affect you if you got freight to deliver? Yeah, it will. Hey, look, attention all companies. Raise the rate. You might be able to stop this. Who knows? Stop all the BS. Shouldn't have to quit a company and move laterally just to move up. Shouldn't have to go for that new sign-on bonus somewhere else. You should be able to stay where you're at and make a living wage. There's a lot of these companies that give you bottom of the barrel money, and they know damn well that we know it. We're not stupid. You know, we're not stupid. They've tried to make it like the American trucker's not an intelligent person. We're showing you on YouTube, we've got some pretty good skills and we're pretty smart. Some people, it's just like, you know, anything else. It's just like the Army. You got one guy who's the go-to man that said, hey, I need this, and he goes and gets it. You got another guy that's in, you know, communicate. He's good with, you know, signal towers. They got their intelligence branch of it. There's all these different people that you have for different reasons that you'd be friends with and connected to. Truckers are no different. We have our own special skill set that's not just trucking. Some of us are good at one thing, some of us are good at another. Just because we're in a truck doesn't mean we're a bunch of mindless drones that you're going to push around. And it doesn't mean we should be the cheapest paid wage on the planet. Hell, if you're trying to get money for McDonald's employees, people who go home every night, where does that put my pay grade? Tell me that. Answer that. Riddle me that one. So let's get real about some stuff. They've been taking off the top of the money for the freight rates. People are standing up for it, and that's what's fixing to happen. I'm just putting it out there. Anybody wants to say anything, y'all go ahead, blow up the comments, and I'm gonna get off this thing and I'm gonna go work, because that's what we do. And it's not easy, but it's what we do for a living. And we just want to be compensated from the companies that's taking money off the top. The money's there. They just been being, you know, multi-billion-dollar conglomerates for a long time off the backs of truckers. And for them to jack with us even more, it ain't right, it ain't true, it ain't proper. So there's people that's going to stand up for it. Don't be surprised when it happens. Go ahead and blow up the comments. JD, appreciate you coming. Y'all check out JD. He's on Twitter. April 12th, 2019 is a Friday. That's when it'll start, is on a Friday. Imagine Friday afternoon traffic all the way until Monday afternoon. Imagine that. Imagine a bunch of bobtails with flags saying this is our country and we're taking it back. Imagine. You can imagine what's going to happen. Then it'll make the news. Then all of a sudden they'll pay attention. And it'll be on YouTube. Yeah, trying to imagine it now. That's what JD put. Yeah, well, it's happened before. The thing is, they just tried to push computer logs and tried to push it on some of the wrong people recently too. And so they ignited another fire. JD put, it would be a good thing. Yeah, it's a necessary evil sometimes that you might have to raise some sand, you know. And whether you like it or anyone likes it or not, it's going down. So you can share this video, tell people about it. I'm going to do an interview with Kid. He's going to give you some more of the reasons, and I'm going to put up what interview I do have of him where my phone cut off and I ran out of cards, so sorry about that. It's just a partial interview, but I'm going to put it up anyway. Yeah, I hope it go down like you are saying. And that's from Gordo Osuna. Yeah, well, they went to Washington first, you know. And now they've got that planned. And like I said, it would take absolutely, well, I mean, of course we got cell phones too, but it'd take one phone call and a couple of CB radio transmissions to let people know, guess what, the road's shut down here, there, here, you can't do this, you can do this, this ain't right, and then that is, you know, the only way in and out, and it's gonna shake some stuff up. I'm in over the road and I'm in. See, right there. And I'm not in, I'm just telling what's going on. I don't have to, you know, say that I'm going to promote it or this or that. I don't have to hold up a flag and say this is, you know, I'm for it, against it. It is what it is. And they already have thousands of drivers, and you will hear about it on the news that day, whether you're ready for it or not. I'm giving you a heads up ahead of time. You might want to work and save up your money now. It could be bigger than what they're even talking about, and they're talking pretty big. So they have the ability to do it. I'll let it go like that. Y'all go ahead and say what you're gonna say. You know. Other than that, you know, weather's breaking and you can make some money between now and April the 12th. Maybe you could save up enough. Maybe the freight rates need to go up so that you could make more money between now and then. You know what I mean? So, could be for a good thing, you know, if you think about it. Yeah, save now so that you can do it then. Yeah, so that's why I'm putting this out here right now. That's why I'm telling you right now. Because people who are not on Facebook, okay, people who are not on somewhere else that the web page is, they'll see it right here on Trucking Stuff. I'm not trying to be the first. I'm just trying to make sure you know about it. Okay? Be sure you know about it. Because for them to plan it this far in advance, and they already know what's going on, and it don't take many of them, and there's thousands. Already there are thousands. They just proved it when they went to Washington. Like I said, you have to look it up online because they bury it under everything, and you ain't gonna see it on, you know, channel, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 72, whatever. Okay? But I'm telling you about it here, and you can look it up on the internet, or you can just know that I just told you, and you've been told. You know, you've been told. So, I'm gonna get off this thing. Anybody else want to say anything? I'll give you a few minutes, because I'm just chilling for a minute. But I ain't gonna say anything else unless I'm reading comments. Go ahead, let the comments explode. And then you can share this video, it'll be up as a video, and I'm gonna put up that other piece of that video if it'll let me, because it did cut it off at the end, and I couldn't tether the device. So you're gonna see a piece of an interview with me talking to Kid. And it cuts him off. And then at that point I told him, I said, hold up, we got a problem. And then at that point, I says, look, I'm gonna do something a little different, and I will call you, and I'm gonna call him in the next couple of days, and I'll get another card in there so he can talk all he wants. I'm gonna put it up. I'll do 5 or 6 videos with him if he wants to. Because like I said, this channel it's my channel, but it's your channel just as much as it's mine. So if you got something to contribute, I'll let you make as much as you want. Let's see. JD put, you truckers better ask questions about this. This is important. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not even the person with the answers. Really and truly, I'm bringing to you the news, and I can tell you what I think I can tell you is a small amount of it. A lot of it's about that 70-mile-an-hour speed limit too. That they say that some places are 85, so that if the nationwide average is 70, that all trucks should be able to do 70. 1, so you can make a living. 2, so that trucks ain't holding up other trucks that can go faster. And you see all the cars beeping their horns and flashing their lights and all this stuff, and the truck ain't doing anything. Yeah, he can go a little faster in that downhill, but he can't do anything about getting around that super slow truck. So the truth is, we have different weights. We're not trying to block the highway in any way, but it's difficult to be doing what we're doing. And so there should be the ability to have more pulling power by having the speed turned up, because it doesn't just affect just the top speed, it affects the pulling power of the truck. It jacks up everything when they castrate a truck, when they cut its cojones off. So they turn back the speed on the truck, but it messes with the parameters of the fuel and the power curve at the same time. It's not just the top end, or it would be wound up and then down, wound up and down. They have to trim it, so it makes it messed up. And then that truck holds up other trucks, and another truck cut off a couple miles different than that is going to be jockeying with it right and left, right and left. You know, is it going to be this one to win the race or that one? And that's what you got, is a race of it's a restrictor plate racing. So you know, you see that on the highway. It's not our fault, but they could fix it by giving us a higher speed instead of messing around trying to pander to the insurance companies to get a little bit cheaper rate by turning trucks back to 62, and the driver truly could make more money if he could run 70. So let's see. JD put, I found this guy reporting about the food stamps, LOL, and he talks about everything. Yeah, well, this is Trucker's Water Cooler. This is Operation Hot Biscuit. This is going to go up. I'm going to change the name. I couldn't get the name changed, but I'm going to change it to Operation Hot Biscuit, Black Smoke / Black Smoke Matters, Trucker Shutdown. So thank you, JD, for finding it and sharing it too. No, I am not on food stamps, but he was talking about it. Yeah, let's see. Is it just about the rates and e-logs? It's about the rates, it's about E-log, it's about the 70 mile an hour speed limit I just talked about. You know, I know you just made this comment before I even touched it. I was trying to talk what I had in my head there before I got to comments again. Let's see, I don't want to ruin your video, but what about Venezuela? Well, as far as Venezuela goes, Russia is moving regulars there. They're planning on a full-out, you know, problem to happen. I don't want to say certain words, but that's what they are planning for. One guy made a video that was really controversial that a lot of people are now ribbing him about. He was saying, you know, he showed a propaganda style kind of a video. It was a training video, whatever, that these guys were, you know, he was trying to say that the Venezuelan army was not good soldiers and stuff. And he was also trying to say that, you know, that they're no match, and that if that's supposed to scare us, whatever. And really, it's the same as any of the other stuff that was put out during, you know, in Afghanistan or anywhere else, making fun of people with the, you know, the jihadis and all that stuff. And so that video, really, it was supposed to be meant as satire. People tried to say he's running a psyop, this and that. I'm not even going to get into it deep, but there was that video came out, and then there was, you know, people talking about how Colombia is now going to accept American aid to make sure it gets to them, and Colombia is going to fight their narcos harder. So they've gotten so many hectares of acres of land that they have now cleared of all that mess. They're trying to stop cocaine, and the president of Colombia was sitting next to Trump, and they had a sit-down discussion, and they were discussing that. So we're getting aid now to Colombia, and people in Venezuela are able to get it from Colombia. That's what's going on right now. And also, yeah, Russia did also send them a bunch of arms in addition to the Su-300, which is really great if you have an invading flock of geese, because that's what it'll hit, but it wouldn't hit scuds. But anyways, I digress. I'm not trying to, you know, run his eye or make fun too much, but yeah. So they got the 300 and they sold them that, so they got a bunch of gold for that, I'm sure. Let's see here. JD put Gordo, there is more, a lot more issues. Let's see. We are underappreciated, don't like trucks, stop buying shit. Yeah, if you don't like trucks, stop by. Yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere. You won't have anything. You won't be able to drink a glass of water, okay? Because let's just say that you say, well, I don't drink bottled water. I drink water from the water plant. Who do you think put the pipes in the ground and who carried it? How about this? Tankers haul chemicals into those plants. I drove one of them, and we deliver. Chlorine has to be delivered on a box truck, you know, or 18-wheeler. But there's chemicals that go in there that the water is cleaned by, okay? Took a load out to Texas, helped them people out. They got to have it at the water plant, you know? So there's all kinds of things that you get nothing unless it's been on a truck. Nothing, not even water. The only thing on this planet that a truck doesn't deliver to you is oxygen. But if you want clean air, you're going to have to buy in your house for your air conditioner a filter every month, and that filter comes on a truck. So even the air you breathe is courtesy of the American truck driver over here. I mean, there's countries that they deliver their stuff too. I'm just speaking to our stuff. I'm telling what we do. So yeah, America stops without the driver. So there's people who are standing up for it. They're making it happen, you know, and I appreciate them, and everybody applauds them, and it is what it is. And if you're a broker, coding I hear is good. You can learn coding. No, I'm just saying, if you're a broker, you might want to take a second look at what you've been doing for a living, because they may cut you out of the loop. Let's see, JD put good stuff. I didn't know about this. Yeah, that's the whole point of my channel. That's what I'm putting up, because I can get more information on a CB radio, and it could come all the way from California. And then a driver could tell me to go to another channel, I could go somewhere else. We could wind up on, there's 40 channels on a CB. We stay on 19. I'll tell you something too. All you four-wheelers out there that's been riding behind us through this winter weather, including the guy that I talked to the other day and made a comment on his channel, including Steve Motley, okay, with his Motley crew, the Motley channel. Let me tell you something. Steve Motley's he's a patriot. He's got a Q on the back of his truck. Sometimes he needs somebody to get him somewhere, and we help him out. On the back of his car, sorry. So it's tinted, little Q. So big Q. So Steve and everybody else that's running with us truck drivers, if you're gonna run with us, be in communique. You know, be in contact. We'll let you know what we see up ahead. You know, and we'll talk to you. Get a CB radio. Get a Little Will antenna. It's called Lil Will, L-I-L for little, and Will, W-I-L for Wilson. Okay? JD put, I follow trucks when I travel too. Yeah, we know. We know. Stay back at least 2 truck lengths and let's ride. We'll get you there. Look, we know it's too much snow for y'all to handle, and we crush it. We push it out of the way. We're like Russian icebreakers, those big ships that knock the ice out of the way so regular ships can come through. We're the reason that you can travel on a snow road, because we're the ones that pack it down. If it wasn't for trucks going out there and running in it even all night and crushing it, forget about the salt and brine and stuff that they put down on the roads. We get it off the road. If we wasn't breezing it off the road, you would have a skating rink full of cars. So I like the pace steady. Yeah, just cruising, you know, just cruise. So, you know, get a CB radio so you can communicate with us. Let's see, they have to go up hills good though. Yeah. So get a Lil Will antenna. It's a magnetic mount. Make sure there's something under it. You can get a piece of felt from Walmart and hot glue it to the bottom of a Little Will so it won't scratch your paint. Okay. Stick it on top of your roof or on the top of the back of your trunk. It's a little wire whip. It's best on the top of your roof. Okay. And then hook that thing up to a good enough radio. You know, you can get a Uniden 510 and have it turned up. A little bitty black box of a radio goes up all the channels. It's $40, $49, or you could go ahead and get a Cobra 2.9 and hook it up. You're gonna need the antenna, the Lil Will. You hook it up, and you're gonna need a cigarette lighter power cord. Plug it right into your cigarette lighter. You know what I'm saying? Mount, and he put Beavis laugh. Yeah, so you can put it on your in your console of your car. You can put it shove it between the seat and that console, between the passenger seat and that console, you know, and run the power. You can buy a cigarette lighter plug. That is, you got to make sure your radio is either a 3-pin, okay, or how many pins it's got on the back, okay, and then I would say get talkback put in it, so when you key up, you can hear it talking, you can hear yourself talk. That's another $15 at a CB shop, and have them turn it up. And then get you a astatic mic. Okay, that's a setup for a rookie truck driver too. Astatic mic lets a lot more sound in, but it's sound canceling, noise canceling. Okay, and you can rebuild them. You can get a new key switch, and it'll last forever. So it's good to keep the original. The original microphone is a mic that's, I call it a throwaway. They're throwaway mics, but keep it as a backup, as a spare. So get you an astatic mic. It's astatic or Road King are exactly the same inside. It's the way you like it on your hand. It's about $49 for those. You can move up to that. In the meantime, you can use the throwaway mic, but it's good to stay in communique. And you're less than a mile. You'll be able to talk to the guy in front of you and the guy behind you, and you know, a few of them. And then he could tell you, you know, get in contact and make sure he's got his radio on. Say, well, look, I'm just following behind you, you know, back here, and I can't see that well. Let me know if you see something up ahead. And they'll chat with you the way, you know, they'll talk you home. I've done it a lot of years, you know. Let's see, Kay, y'all take care. Gotta go get a shower. Yeah, black smoke matters. Yup. So you can look it up both ways. And JD put, see you, Gordo. Yeah, Gordo, appreciate you stepping in. Gordo Osuma. And you know, like I say, you can be in contact with truckers. If you're going to run with us, run with us. Get on the radio and we can talk to us and we can work it out. You know, we'll let you know what we see up ahead while you're behind us in this weather. And you can hear what's going on before you hear me just talk about it. Like that guy said, I didn't hear anything about a shutdown. Well, we talk about on CB radio. You'll get intel before you hear about it from anybody, you know. But I put stuff up when I can, you know. We can call him G-Man from now on. I don't even know what you're referring to on the G-Man, but I appreciate it. Oh, the Gordo thing. Yeah, okay, yeah, G-Man. We're calling Gordo G-Man. So, yeah, this is just intel, but like I said, people in cars, four-wheelers we call them, if you're gonna run with us, talk to us. Get a CB radio and get an antenna and get a cigarette lighter plug that powers it. They have the cigarette lighter plug in the truck stop. You can get a little wheel at most CB shops. I don't know if they sell those in truck stops. That way you don't have to have a mount. It just mounts right on there with a magnet. And run the cable, the coax, in under the trunk and through the back seat. Under the trunk seal. It ain't gonna leak. And then, there you go. Or you could run in through a seal on the back door. Either way. And, you know, there you go. You be in communique. There's no reason you can't talk to truckers if you're gonna run with us. That way we know what you're doing, you know what we're doing. Gordo Osuma put that'll work. Yep. Oh, that'll work on G-Man. Yeah. So, people get off this thing. You got a couple minutes, I'm just gonna stay silent. I'm gonna be the strong silent type. We got a lot of people in the room. Hit the like button. I got 5 people in the room, I got 2 likes. What's up with that? Y'all don't like me? Even the strong silent type, you can hit the like button. Gordo Suma put like the channel, keep it up. I just do what I do. For the most part, like I tell people, I'm just about teaching you how to fix things that are so simple but will have you so broke down and calling a wrecker. You'll be on the side of the mountain freezing your ass off and there's no reason for it. You should know how to change a turbo boot. You should know how to change a turbo boot clamp. You should know a lot of things I'm teaching on there, but they don't teach it in trucking school. This is a finishing school for truckers. Those 2 playlists I have, Fix It Vids and Trucking Tips, you can change your own brake chamber. You know, there's stuff you can do. I ain't saying you're not a man if you don't change it or something like that, or you want to pay somebody to do it. I'd pay somebody to do it just so I can video it. But the truth is, you should know how to do it in case you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no mechanic to be found and you got a spare one in the bunk. You should be able to change your alternator too. Let's see. You talk to anyone in the Northwest and the snow? I'm going to answer that question specifically, JD. You talk to anyone in the Northwest and the snow? Brother, I was just in it and I'm going back to it. I'll be talking to you tomorrow from Iowa. JD, heard it was bad there. Yes, it is, and I'm glutton for punishment, so I'm going back and then people need food. And I've got it and they're going to get it. JD, all our snow is gone. Got you. JD, oh man. Yeah, you talking to a trucker. I'm everywhere all at once, just like everybody else is. We're getting it done. And then I'm going to bring some other stuff back. Look, the world needs everything and we haul everything. Or I'm sorry, the United States, let's just say that. But the world too, because we also export this stuff. You know, everything. We haul it all. I'm all over the place. I can go where I want to go, or I just go all over the place because it's where they need it, you know. So yeah, I'm going right back there. I've got my chains, I'm good. But yeah, it's rough. It was rough, and we had cars following us the other night. That's why I brought that up, you know. And to Steve, if you watch this video, you never know who you might be following, brother. We catch you up there again, we'll look for the cue. You need a radio, you need to be able to be in communicate. I'm glad you got where you was trying to go. Listen, like I said though, y'all check out Steve Motley. He's got a good thing going on his channel. Let's see. He always says, what's up, friends and patriots? Let's see. Guys, JD put guys, sub and hit the bell. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. I'd appreciate it. Click the bell, gives you notifications. They changed that. YouTube jacked with stuff and said only if you click the bell will you get notifications if I put a new video out. Okay, and I try not to do nothing like 2 in the morning and wake everybody up. I try to be respectful, make it before 11 p.m. Or 10 p.m. Central, something like that. So let's see. Have to hit the bell. Yeah, you got to ring that bell. hit the bell, and when you subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and the bell's next to it, click that too. And then it puts symbols outside of it like it's making sound, so that you'll get a notification when I put up a video. But yeah, I just do what I do, and I'm glad that people do appreciate it. I'm just putting the word out. How I make it here so much. Yeah, that's how you make it here. JD, I appreciate you stepping in. I greatly appreciate the intel you provide, and when you put stuff down, it's appreciated, the legwork. Like I said, I'm just a trucker, but I put out what I know and what comes across 19. You know, and the next channel up is 25, so keep that in mind. Set your CB radio so that you're on 19, right? But then switch it from just 19 up so that it goes to 25. Switch it so that your other channel is 25, because 25 is the clearest next channel up. It's where everybody goes to. And if somebody's on 25, you could go, you know, 30, but you want to be that far away from 19 so the power don't bleed over. So 19 and 25. I know about 19, you say 25, never heard that before. Yeah, well, see, here's how it works. There's 40 channels on a normal CB radio, 40. Other CBs have upper and lower sideband, and then you also have ham on some, okay? JD put cool. Yeah, here's the thing. If you're running, we call it Sesame Street, okay? That's where all the kids play. 19 is called Sesame Street. So if you're on Sesame Street, everybody's on Sesame. Everybody stays on 19 except for some drivers. Believe it or not, I think it's Southeastern started saying we're going to take our own channel and make it like, I think they were saying like 26 or something, right? A lot of times, if you have an oversized load and they definitely need to communicate with the guy behind them, they'll be on like 20 or 25, okay? Yeah, JD put CB chat. LOL. Yeah, this is your driver side CB chat. So, I'll teach you a few things. So, the thing is, you know, you get on there, and when, let's see, 19 is fun. Yeah, so 19 is where everybody's supposed to be at. But if they're not, and you see them that they got a radio and they have it on and they're talking to somebody else, you go through the dial and you find them. You just start clicking to the right and going up. So you want to go up to about 25, 26, you find them. 25 is the next one up, so when that's clear, that doesn't have bleed over from 19. So if everybody's on 19, it's getting too loud, you say, hey man, go to 25 for a sec. They say gone. Gone means they just switched over to 25. You switched to 25, and you get to 25 and you say, all right, you make it? Yeah, I made it, go ahead. And you talk on 25, and that's your channel, as long as nobody else is on it. If somebody's on it, it's polite to go to another channel. The next one up that you won't have bleed over, just tell them, say, hey man, go to 30, we'll get off this thing. Sorry guys, we didn't know anybody was on here. It's just like ham, you don't want to be on somebody else's channel. So then you can go to 40, you know. Just remember, they used to use channel 9 for emergencies, and some police officers, they don't monitor it anymore, but some police officers or whatever, they could still use it. And they'll tell you, what are you doing on channel 9? Don't go on channel 9 unless it's some kind of emergency and you're really trying to reach out to somebody. So best, if you need help, you're on 19 anyway, or just call 911 if you needed the police. But the point is, the police now, they have radios in their cars, some of them that don't even have CB microphones. But I'm telling you, if you're an officer, go buy a microphone, because it won't even pick up without the microphone. The wire, the power runs through the microphone, and you won't even receive. You'll receive some people with powerful radios, but you won't get anything really. Get a mic. And if you're an officer, we want you on 19. We can tell you about the drunk drivers. If you're a new officer, learn this. Get a CB radio and start listening out. I know you got to be on your regular radio. I know you got to have it squelched down just so you can hear it though, so you can take a call. I know they want to have you update, but get a CB radio, because even if it's for the instance that you get behind a truck, you can communicate with him. You can say, hey dude, did you know you have a flat tire? Did you know that? Oh yes sir, I'm going to this truck stop right now to get that fixed. And you can alleviate a lot of the stops that you might have to make. Get on channel 19 and you can talk to us. We're willing and ready to talk to you and listen. So we're trying to do a job, and it's all about communication. It's just like hazmat, having placards on the side of trucks to keep dead firefighters from dying, from coming up, running up on something. Wait a second, if there's a chemical leak in that fire, you don't want to be around it unless you got SCBA. So we put placards on the side of the truck to communicate the risk. Okay, so guess what? To communicate anything, get on the CB radio with us and take it a step further. They used to always have CB radios. If you watch Smokey and the Bandit, that police officer had a CB radio and they were communicating even with the bandit. Well, look, we ain't trying to do nothing wrong. We're out here driving, but get a CB radio and we can tell you where the drunk driver just went in front of us, and we ain't got time to call 911 because y'all trying to tie our hands and say we can't get on the cell phone. That's what's up. Sometimes we call in, sometimes we can't. But if we tell you pretty well, hey, that dude's sped up and then slowed down, and sped up and slowed down. About the third time is when they start spinning around and dancing with other cars. Maybe the fourth time. Depends on when the bar's let out and how long he's been driving from there. We're trying to let you know about drunk drivers. We key up and let each other know. You could be in on the loop, you could hear it, and you can make that stop. Yeah, you need to contact them. Good point. Yeah, just like we're contacting each other. Or if there's a bear and he's like, hey guys, I got to get through here, get over to the right, you got a bear coming through. Get on the radio and tell us and we will move. It's that simple. We'll slow down or speed up as we need to and get over to the right. You can have a bear go right through there. We don't mind. We know you're doing your job, you know. So maybe you could get to that, you know, ambulance quicker that's needing someone there, or maybe it's before the ambulance. Maybe you could get to the roadside and you'd be a first responder and you could save somebody's life if you get on the radio and tell us, guys, I need a straight path to that wreck. Y'all need to get over. You know what I'm saying? And we'll do it before there's a backup so we can maneuver before, you know, and we'll move everything out of the way. Let's see here. Millennial never get CBs. They use your cell phones. Well, they need to take the Beats by Dre off their head to start with. Then they need to take the earbuds out of their ears too, and they need to pay attention, and they need to get a CB radio, period. Because half the time when they're backing up, people can help them on the CB radio to let them know what they're fixing to do, and they won't hit nobody that way. They need to get a CB radio. We need to be in communique. So, Jerry, you ever see them try a rotary phone, YouTube videos, LMAO? Yeah, you know what? And I've seen that, JD. I saw at least I saw the thing from it. I didn't watch it, but I saw the screen of it. They can't, yeah, they don't know what to do. Jerry Christensen put, yeah. But I'm fixing to have to get off this thing. I just wanted to put up the video. I'm gonna, right behind this, I'm putting up a video. Jerry Christensen said, yeah, funny as hell, JD. So like I said, right behind this, I'm gonna put up that video where I'm talking to Kid. Kid knows more about all of this than I do. I wanted to bring him in and just let him talk, okay? I don't even have the info he's got, and he's got all the reasoning that he can explain everything, you know, in a better way than I can, even though I've been doing this for years, like I said. So, okay, go get some rest. JD, I'm not getting rest, I'm getting going, okay? Yep, you're right. Jerry Christensen said, yep, you're right. No, I'm gonna be in Iowa as soon as possible. So they need it, I got it, they're gonna get it, I'm gonna turn and burn. So like I said, I'll get going. Y'all stay safe. You can share this video, like the video by clicking like. You can subscribe and hit the bell that goes off and notify you I put up another video, and I'm fixing to drop another video as soon as that one will go up. And then this one's gonna be a video also. And make all the comments you want. They may be set up to be a comment by approval only, but when I get stopped in the next couple days, I'm gonna approve the ones for the week, maybe a couple weeks here. And you know, as long as it's nothing bullying anybody, I don't take that shit on my channel. We don't play no mess. And I've got a you know, I've got a penalty box. I'll put you in the penalty box. We got a lifer in there. So yeah, just, you know, don't be rude to other people and stuff like that on here. I'm running this like the military. We all got to work together. We got to make this happen. So let's see. JD put, okay, take care. And JD put, remember, sub and hit the bell. You will make all live videos. Yeah, that's how you get in. Jerry Christensen, that's funny. He put, take care, mother truckers. Yeah, I'm gonna take care. So get a CB radio, people. Communicate with truckers. It's not a fad that was gone. It's what we use to communicate. And as long as you key up and then let off and give everybody a chance to talk, you're welcome to chime in. And you be on channel 19. JD put, you too, mother trucker. I'm gonna get off here. Y'all have a good one. Spread the word. Jerry put LOL. Jerry, this is the first time I've seen you in here. You're welcome to come back, and everybody's welcome. And JD put later. And like I was saying, this is not just, you know, my channel. It's a trucker channel. It's for everybody. And I hope you're doing good. And guess what? If you're not, I hope you know, like I said before, you can go to the back of the truck stop. And there's all those cards and magazines for other trucking companies out there. Sometimes you got to move laterally to move up. Don't take no shit from nobody. I'm telling you like that. I'll put it down like that. Believe it. Be a man and stand up for yourself. Go get something that's paying you right. Don't let them run you over. There's too many companies out there that's hiring right now. You can do better, knock yourself out. So if they're not treating you right, all the back of the truck stops have all these cards and business, what their sign-on bonuses is. They're offering 10 grand here, and you know, a couple weeks without a truck payment to a month without a truck payment there to buy and lease purchase a truck. JD put thanks again, and Jerry put thanks. Yeah, and so like I said, sometimes you got to move laterally to move up. So people, I'm off this thing. This is going to go up as a video. Have a good one. Share this with anybody you know. Let them know about that strike that's happening. This is no BS. I'm not making this up. I'm just bringing it to you. And that's it. I'm out. I see I got a late one in the room. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. We're ending this thing now, but you can watch this video. It's 2 seconds. It'll be up.